KSAT 12. The Nightbeat starts right now.
We're asking flyers how they feel about Southwest Airlines adapting assigned seating. Coming up on the Nightbeat.
The new drought monitor is in today. We'll talk about the improvements along with how much the aquifer has responded to the recent rainfall and when we dry out and the pattern shifts in just a bit.
But first, we begin in Floresville, where a home was blown to bits, a neighborhood shaken, and now people are asking who's responsible. More than a week ago, a gas line explosion leveled one home, damaged several others. The night team's John Paul Barajas at tonight's Floresville City Council meeting, where the city manager gave, quote, a basic briefing.
A house completely obliterated and fire and black smoke. And I thought, like, hey, this is something out of a movie. You know, this is not Floresville.
But it was real. And as of Thursday, the city of Floresville is still picking up the pieces after the July 16th gas line explosion. One home was left a pile of rubble, while the police chief says approximately 13 properties were damaged.
As a citizen, we want to know what's being done. Is there going to be compensation? Who's responsible? And what is the city doing about it?
The city says a Rise broadband crew hid an underground gas main while installing fiber optic cables, triggering an explosion. Thursday night, more than a week later, Floresville City Manager Andy Jocelyn addressed City Council.
The investigative report and findings are unavailable at this time.
Jocelyn says the city is communicating with their legal team to ensure they're handling the situation properly. He told council members that his office has provided those affected by the explosion with claims adjusters information for Rise Broadband and Rockport contractors.
But the main thing that we're waiting on is going to be the report from the Texas Railroad Commission
It's not clear when that report will be available, but it's only adding to the frustration among people in Floresville, where a different contractor hit a gas line just 2 days after the July 16th explosion. Luckily, nothing similar occurred.
There needs to be money spent to make sure that those lines are located before the drilling happens. And at very least, when you accidentally drill into somebody's line, make sure that there's somebody there to repair it. This really leaves our community in a state of fear and paranoia.
Executive session wrapped up just before 8:30 p.m. and on their agenda for behind closed door conversations was taking potential legal action against Rise Broadband. But two city councilwomen told us no decisions have been made up to this point. They also say a halt on all digging in the city of Floresville is still in place and will be for the foreseeable future. In Floresville, John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
Many think he waited while their kids were killed. Emotions high after a former Uvalde school district police officer charged in the Robb Elementary shooting made his first court appearance today. Adrian Gonzalez officially arraigned. He's charged with 29 counts of abandoning, endangering a child, while former District Police Chief Pete Arredondo indicted on 10 counts of the same charge. Arredondo waived his appearance today, the two facing charges in connection to the botched law enforcement response during the Robb Elementary shooting. 19 students, 2 teachers lost their lives that day. As you can imagine, the family members of those victims had strong feelings about seeing this law enforcement officer in court.
I'm angry because he walks in with his head held high like he didn't do anything wrong. And the problem is that if you take away wrong in that last statement, you're correct, he didn't do anything.
Both Gonzalez and Arredondo have pleaded not guilty to the charges they face. A defense lawyer for Gonzalez, former Bexar County District Attorney Nico LaHood, also speaking after today's arraignment.
He feels he's innocent. He feels all he did was show up to try to help those children. I mean, look, there is justifiable righteous anger in this situation. I mean, our position is, should that anger be directed to Mr. Gonzalez? Our humble opinion is that it should not.
It is also worth noting in all this that Arredondo was not the only person not present today. Uvalde County DA Christina Mitchell also not at this hearing. She has appointed Special Prosecutor Bill Turner, a former DA out of Brazos County, to try that case. Gonzalez's next hearing is scheduled for September 16th. As for the former police chief, Pete Arredondo, his first pretrial hearing hasn't been scheduled yet. Should we turn their celebration into incarceration? Celebrating after assaulting an elderly man. That's what these two people appear to be doing, and now San Antonio police are trying to find them tonight. Happened back on July 16th on West Commerce. Officers say this pair high-fiving each other after pulling off a robbery inside a West Side home. that left 86-year-old Jose Santos Hernandez with cuts and bruises all over his body. The couple got away with $400 in cash. If you recognize the two people in this video, please call police. New on the Nightbeat, two major arrests in Texas today. The alleged leaders of the Sinaloa cartel. The U.S. Justice Department says Ismael Zambada Garcia, also known as El Mayo, and Joaquin Guzman Lopez were arrested in El Paso. The men reportedly face charges related to the cartel's operation, fentanyl manufacturing, and trafficking. The man you see here, Zambada Garcia, known as one of the Sinaloa cartel's co-founders. Guzman Lopez, the son of the other co-founder, Joaquin Guzman El Chapo. He was convicted of running the cartel 5 years ago. New details about the FBI raid on a popular local tamale shop. Yesterday, agents raided Delia's Tamales on Houseman Pass. We also know the store's other locations in McAllen and Farr also raided. KSAT has learned that Delia's is named in a federally filed lawsuit over employee wages. That lawsuit lists Delia's Tamales' parent company, Delgar Foods, as the defendant and states that Delia's robbed thousands from the workers over a 2.5-year period. You can read more about this investigation right now on KSAT.com. Speaking of local restaurants, you may have noticed a handful of them have recently closed their doors. Well, we wanted to know why. So KSAT did some digging to get a clearer reason for the shutdowns. You can also find that story on KSAT.com, or you can just scan the QR code at the bottom of your screen right now. And Democrats continuing to rally behind Vice President Kamala Harris, who was in Texas today. Vice President Harris quickly became the party's frontrunner in the 2024 presidential election after President Joe Biden announced he would not be seeking a second term. The vice president spoke to teachers union members in downtown Houston. Her appearance today was the vice president's first in Texas since President Biden dropped out of the race. Harris in full campaign mode as she addressed the room of educators about the upcoming presidential race.
We are in a fight for our most fundamental freedoms. And to this room of leaders, I say, bring it on.
So we're just a little more than 100 days away from election night. We want to remind you that KSAT 12 is your election headquarters. If you head to the Vote 2024 tab on KSAT.com, looks just like this. You're going to find everything you need to know about local, state, and national races before you head to the polls. San Antonio is Military City, USA. It's always great to shine a spotlight on the many ways our community gives back to those who serve and how we're grateful for those who serve. This is what it looked like a little earlier today at Shrine Auditorium, where a job fair was held. Members with Disabled American Veterans and Recruit Military hosted the big event. The goal is to help our military members find their pathway into the next phase of their lives.
Once they transition out, sometimes it could be very challenging for them to find a job. So what do? We bring the employers to them so that they have the opportunity firsthand to continue to network and find employment.
San Antonio is Military City, USA, and it's great that you have so many employers here just showing support to the veterans.
Yeah, there were a lot of people there. More than 70 employers alone were at the Shrine Auditorium today looking for people to hire. Hard to believe that fall just around the corner. Our kids will be back in school soon. A big backpack giveaway over on the northwest side just wrapped up a little more than an hour ago. This at the Urban Air Trampoline and Adventure Park on Bandera Road near 1604. Maloof International Group actually hosted today's event. Each backpack given away contains a spiral notebook, erasers, pencils, crayons, rulers, folders, and pens. The goal here, all about giving back to the community.
Being able to give to other people that are a little bit less fortunate right now and being able to help them out right before school starts.
All these people that actually need help with getting their kids back in school. So it's a really good feeling, to be helped by the community.
The kids at the giveaway tonight at the trampoline park were able to actually get some jump time in as well. If you missed today's giveaway, no need to worry. We have a list of other school supply giveaways happening soon on KSAT.com. How important is getting to pick where you sit on an airplane? That's a question Southwest Airlines customers will soon need to ask themselves. Next on the Night Beat, we want to know how you feel about Southwest's decision to implement assigned seating. But before we head to break, today is National Intern Day, and to celebrate the occasion, we want to introduce you to some of our summer interns right here at KSAT 12.
I've got no roots, but my home was never on the ground. I've got no roots, but my home was never on the ground. I've got no roots. I've got no.
It hasn't happened in the company's history. Seat assignments and red-eye flights. We're talking about Southwest Airlines, not Cowboys camp. But there are big changes coming to Southwest Airlines passengers in 2025. Obviously, this is the wrong background. The night team's Zaria Oates shares how passengers at San Antonio International feel about these historic changes.
In 2025 at Southwest Airlines, when you go to buy a flight or even just when you're checking in for your flight, instead of just seeing your name and a gate number on your boarding pass, you'll actually also see an assigned seat number.
I'm actually kind of sad about it. My family flies Southwest a lot, and so I kind of like that we can just get on and go sit where we want because I can go get an exit row if I don't want to sit by people.
A Southwest Airlines press release says the company, quote, expects to broaden its appeal and attract more flying from its current and future customers, end quote. That includes the addition of red-eye flights, a new corporate role for its development and new rollouts the company says are already happening, and of course, assigned and premium seating.
From my understanding, if there's a little more legroom and things like that, I'd be interested. I think it would be something different and new to try out.
The airline writes, quote, work is well underway on a refreshed cabin design, including new, more comfortable Recaro seats, end quote. Recaro is a German-based company that provides seating for cars, kids, and aircrafts. Would you pay for a particular seat with more legroom on Southwest?
No. No. Maybe an aisle occasionally.
I think it's a good gesture, but I think they need to do a trial run before they actually implement it completely. Southwest has been, the key airline for right now, but of course, there's always other options now, When things change, you have to change, make moves, right?
CEO Bob Jordan, Southwest research showed that 80% of the airline's customers prefer an assigned seat, and 86% of the airline's potential customers preferred an assigned seat as well. It also found that when a customer stops flying Southwest, the open seating policy is the #1 reason why. So we want to hear from you. How do you feel about Southwest Airlines doing away with open seating? Are you more likely to fly Southwest with assigned seating? Lots of people have already answered. Steve, are you window, aisle?
Well, for me, it's more where the airlines fly and the times and the price and things like that.
Okay.
Assigned seating doesn't really factor into it that much.
You don't need to sleep on the flight?
No, sometimes
you just stay
depends.
Awake the whole time. 6 hours, you're awake the whole time. Have you seen that?
I don't know that Southwest has
You're
many
just like staring out the window for 6 hours.
But, Zaria's grilling me up here.
Yeah, just a little bit. I mean, I got you.
Okay.
I have to. I need to sleep.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Yeah. All right. We're different. We're looking for different things.
Different things.
Yeah. I just want to get there and.
I appreciate a cheap flight.
Not spend. That's what.
Depends.
That's
cheap flight and window.
That's my bottom line.
Okay.
Thanks,
Understood.
Yeah, I appreciate the story, and we've got a lot of feedback from that story too.
Yes,
I mean,
we
the
have.
comments on our Facebook page, people voting, and you can still vote. And of course, we'll have more of the results coming up tomorrow morning on GMSA. Meanwhile, let's transition to the weather outside, Adam, and it is. I mean, I'm getting used to this.
Yeah, we're all getting used to this. It's not like the regular July. And Zaria, I'm just going to point out that I think this all says that Steve's that guy when you get on the airplane, you pretend you're sleeping when you sit next to him, right?
You don't want him to sit next to you.
I'm super tired. Got to put the AirPods.
I don't know what that means. I don't get that.
Okay. Not that I don't enjoy talking to people. But all right, let's get to some good news. Take a look at our old drought monitor. This is last week's. Remember, it's updated every Thursday. The new one is in. And you see that red area there along the Rio Grande. It kind of looks like it's trying to flex its muscles right there. But I'm going to fade in now to the newest one. Watch how we erode away and wipe away some of the dry and drought-stricken areas, especially from the edges, but also that little bicep flex of extreme drought that was present. Now, we still have this red area, Kerr, Bandera, Kendall counties. However, here's the caveat. The drought monitor, the data cutoff, in order for the data to be analyzed for the drought monitor issued on Thursdays, the data has to be in by 7 a.m. Tuesday morning. So that's the cutoff. Then everything after 7 a.m. Tuesday is what they analyze and then issue this on Thursday. In turn, we have had a lot of rain since 7 a.m. Tuesday, and this is going to be accounted for in the next drought monitor. So we do anticipate even more improvements, and we'll get more credit for some of the rain that fell, especially in parts of the hill country. So that's some good news. Hey, I love this. Aquifer up nearly 6 feet in the last 7 days, and we still have a long ways to go. We're still more than 20 feet below average for this time of year, but we're moving in the right direction, and that's because of the heavy rainfall over the recharge zone. I outlined it in black here. That's the zone of the aquifer that's a direct hit for rain. It basically just goes right in. It's where you really want it. Nearly 6 inches here, 1604 and I-10 La Cantera area, Spurs practice facility there as well and whatnot. We're looking at nearly 6 inches in a good chunk of the recharge zone over the past 7 days. Another piece of good news, still a ways to go, I know, but Medina Lake Reservoir up 5.5 feet in the last 7 days, still only 3.5% full. Yes, a long way to go, but at least it's a movement in the right direction, even if just for a little bit. Canyon Lake, by the way, up a foot right now compared to last week, but still a long way to go at 23.7 feet below the conservation pool. Canyon Lake today at the high school, 0.9 inches, right over the lake, about 0.2 of an inch, Canyon Lake. And you look elsewhere where we had the rainfall streaks today, the downpours, and anywhere you have the blue and green on the map is where we saw the rain. A little bullseye here, 1604 in Houseman at about 0.6 of an inch, and then you head south down I-35 and in Devine, we got a good soaker as well. Just west of Devine, nearly 3 inches of rain. Rain chances at 40% tomorrow and Saturday afternoons. By Sunday, slightly better chances. Tomorrow, here's one computer representation of what it could look like. I still think it underdoes it a little bit, but it does pop up some of those showers and storms. The heat highs, they're flanking us, and they're going to take over by Monday of next week. In turn, it's back to just sunshine and warmer temperatures at that point. Tomorrow, 73 in the morning, 89 by the afternoon. That widely separated activity, 40% chance. And then this weekend, we'll still be in the mid-upper 80s. And next week, mid-90s, which, by the way, is average for this time of year. 96 is the average high. And you look outside with live cam, and it's good to be just at 80 degrees this hour because temperatures have been actually below average for several days with this pattern. But I do want to point out in the days ahead, we'll be talking about a return of the African dust. A big plume is out there and it's headed toward us.
Great. Yeah, yeehaw. All right, Cowboys camp. Our friend Nick Mantis with us. All right, today was day one officially of Cowboys camp, and Larry got to do an interview with the #1 draft pick.
You took it right there. That was absolutely perfect. We were so excited to see that Larry and Mary are getting, a lot of opportunities to do so many Jerry things. We're going to hear from everybody who was at Dallas Cowboys training camp, including, as you mentioned, our Larry Ramirez sitting down with the first-round draft pick, plus the Houston Texans. Man, they got a weapon on defense who could start his rookie season. More details when we come back.
And welcome back to Oxnard, California for Dallas Cowboys training camp. Joining us right now, rookie offensive lineman Tyler Guyton. Tyler, thank you for taking some time with us tonight. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
So I know it's very early in training camp, but how's it going for you so far out here in Oxnard?
It's been amazing. It's beautiful. I've always dreamed of coming out here and playing on this field, and it's finally here.
How much are you enjoying this cooler weather, man?
Oh, man, it's nothing like Texas weather. I'm enjoying it a lot.
So, since the Cowboys have drafted you and you started your off-season programs with them, how have you improved from then to now?
I mean, just trying to refine my technique every day. Working with Duke over there at the Sports Academy, I feel like I got a lot better, actually, especially as far as my hands and my kick set goes.
So Tyler Smith was telling us that he was telling the rookie offensive lineman that this is pretty much going to be a very hard year for you guys with all the training and everything that's going on. When he told you that, What did that make you think?
Kind of made me excited. You
Yeah?
know, I'm up for the challenge. I love this football team and I love football, so this is all I've ever wanted.
So first round draft pick, 29th overall. Does that put extra pressure on you at all to try to win that starting job at left tackle?
I mean, I can only do my best and let God do the rest, but I'm definitely prepared for anything, and I want to do whatever it takes to pursue my opportunities.
And what do you feel you have to do to win that job?
Get better at everything and compete every single day.
And how do you get better?
You know, doing the extra things, doing the little things right, and making sure I'm paying attention to the details.
Okay. And going back to Tyler, what kind of things has he taught you?
He really taught me about his hands. Something that he's developed over this last year. I saw, making sure his punch is strong and violent. And that's something that I actually picked up on recently talking to him about it.
Okay. Has it sunk in yet? I'm assuming so, but has it sunk in yet that you're a member of the Dallas Cowboys?
Most definitely.
Yeah?
Yes,
How
sir.
cool is that, man, when you think about it and you see the star on you?
Man, I don't like going to sleep anymore. This is what my dreams were like, so.
All right. So working with Dak, you get to see him in the locker room, hang out with him, What's he like, man?
He's a cool dude. He's a great leader, and he takes his job very seriously. So I really respect him for what he does.
Who is Tyler Guyton off the field?
Chill guy. I mean, I don't like to do much besides football, so that's really all I got.
That's all you got? Okay. So you don't have any hobbies or anything going on?
I picked up fishing recently.
Yeah?
Honestly, yeah. I think it's a good pastime.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have any good fish stories to tell us?
My first time fishing, I think I caught like 20 crappie fish. Took them home and grilled them up. Super good.
All right.
Nice beer batter and
Heck yeah.
tartar sauce.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you this question because Mary Rominger, who I introduced you to, went to Iowa State. You caught a touchdown against Iowa State in your college career for TCU. Tell me about that.
Super proud of that, honestly. We were in warm-ups one day at practice, and I just kind of jumped in the tight end line and went up and caught one by the goalpost, and they just told me they're going to give me a play. We ran it probably 3 times, and we actually caught it, and I caught it, and I couldn't even believe it, so I didn't know what to do when I celebrated.
All right, so at what point are you going to go to the Cowboys and be like, hey, coach, put me in on offense?
It's already in the works. I'm in their ear about it.
Awesome. Well, hey, man, I appreciate your time. Thank you very much, and best of luck.
Yes, sir.
Let's send it back to the studio and Nick Mantis.
Well, thank you, Larry. With all the talk about the Houston Texans' high-powered offense that we can't wait to see, we often forget about how good the defense can be. The Texans drafted quarterback Kamari Lassiter out of the University of Georgia, who goes by the nickname The Locksmith because he likes to lock down offensive players. And Lassiter shared what he's been focusing on during his first NFL training camp.
First thing you want to do as a young player, as a rookie, coming into a new organization, new atmosphere, new everything, you want to be able to prove to you want to earn the respect of your teammates and your coaches. And I feel like, that's something that I really focused on, and I'm still focusing on. Like, I want to earn the respect of everyone in the building before it's time to play. So just, by the way I come in every day, and I just want to be a student of the game.
Lassiter and the rest of the Texans will get back to training camp tomorrow morning. Well, coming up after the break, we're going to head to Keldon Johnson's basketball camp. Don't miss it. Welcome back, everyone. Another youth basketball camp was held this afternoon, this time by a current San Antonio Spur. Keldon Johnson held his basketball camp over at Cornerstone High School, along with his older brother, Caleb Johnson. The camp is going to span over 2 days, and Keldon told us why he wanted to have this camp.
I think it's an amazing experience for me, but also for the kids. I get to share camp with my big brother, someone I looked up to my whole life. So being able to come out here and have a camp and be able to get back to the community of San Antonio is big for me.
Teammate Victor Wembanyama is about to compete in the Olympics for Team France, but Keldon is rooting for Team USA.
Definitely hope that, Victor does well. I hope France does well, but also, I want to see USA get the gold. It's my home country, but I wish France all the best. But I gotta go for USA.
Got to go for Team USA.
Just don't get hurt, Wembanyama.
Exactly.
Don't get hurt.
Whatever you do, you got to, dunk over LeBron if you want to, but just come down nice and safely.
Yeah.
Get back to San Antonio.
Medals are fine.
There you go.
Health is better.
Amen.
Yeah. Thanks, Nick.